All right, today is Thursday. We have Flash PMI at 9:45. That already happened. And that's it. We have some speakers. Member Waller speaks at tonight, 7:35. Member Cook speaks at 5. That's pretty much it there. Oh, we're not at all-time highs. For some reason, I thought we were at all-time highs. So let's look at some PD arrays. What's that?
Far from it.
Are we really? Oh, not that far.
Look at my daily candle. 18,124.
Yeah, that's doable in the day.
Well, with the way it's been moving, yeah.
So here's the PD array that I think we're probably tapping into. Got an order block here as well, right above it. And one more here with the fair value gap above that. So certainly could be looking long, just got to be careful above these levels here. I think this is one of those days where I probably start feelers with options just in case it reverses. Delta is climbing with both. I would have liked to see NQ dip into this fair value gap before jumping up, but either one of these, it did jump into this one, but kind of just worried about chasing it right now. $110 sitting at 800 or 70s actually. Let's see, they're moving at 73 right now. All right, I want to look for daily insides. Alrighty. So here's the scanner. A lot of gap ups, obviously. Of inside bars yesterday. City. What's a 58 call look like for City? Probably still go for March. 58 calls are only $57. I'm going to start a position there. 312 up, 32 on the weekly. Very attractive. Stop loss would be 55. So $1 and TP is $2. Technically could trim at 56.72 or 56.62 here. Price target. PT1.
How far out do you go when you're losing the daily?
So if I'm swing trading, I go at least 14 days expiration, and then I look for the monthly expiration. So like so there's March 8th and March 1st. March 8th is technically probably 14 days away, but it's not a monthly. So I'm going to go to March 15th because it's a monthly. And then the next option would have been it looks like, let me see. Looks like they have 2 monthlies. No, they don't. Okay, yeah, March 15th is monthly. And then the April 19th would be the second option. And that's just a little too far away. But what were you saying?
So are you feeling like you're too late? Like, because are you looking at the 1 bar, right?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Okay, you want that to kind of, you want it to confirm on the daily.
Well, it's in force right now, right? So it's as long as it's above yesterday's high, it's in force, which means that any trade above this trigger is a valid long.
Yeah. Okay. I understand.
Obviously, the most ideal would have been I saw this at 9:30, or I looked at it last night and saw it at 9:31, when it broke, and then probably looking at like a 5-minute entry. Here's a 5-minute 2-1-2 up. This would have been the optimal entry, but with my swings, I really just try to get a grenade entry, and then if I need to, I'll average down. I don't shy away from averaging down in options as long as the trade is still valid. You'll get chewed up if you average down and the trade is invalid. But if the trade is still valid and you're still in a good headspace to be able to see that the trade is still, the setup is still there, and you're not just in denial that you took a loser, then you'll work out. Like, obviously I swung Walmart through earnings, which isn't optimal, but I told myself if it closed under this weekly high here, so I got in, I think, on the 2-1-2 up here on the 7th. So stop loss technically was probably around this area, but I was waiting for a candle close, like a daily close under, because I'm in swings, so I'm not worried about a liquidity grab, and it ended up working out. Now, even if I didn't take it, even if I didn't have good earnings here, it was still semi-green, or I think break even right at this point. So I'm not worried in that sense, and I'll average down if, like, I could have averaged down here. It was down, I think, 20% down here. So I could have averaged down, but 20% isn't enough for me to, at least in swings, for me to want to get a better average. So
yeah. Okay. That makes a lot more sense when you're like looking at the chart a little bit.
Here's a Walmart swing. Or not Walmart, sorry, McDonald's. I had this before I had Max last year. Well, before Max came. It was a 2-1-2 up, or maybe it was a 3-2 outside bar, 3-2, and hit every PT that I had. That was a amazing. Or yeah, and a 2-1-2 up on the weekly. So I really look for these setups that have a setup on the weekly or a setup that could, like right now, I could play long to look into. Wow, that's a deep retrace, but I could look NU long to go on the 3-2. Like pretty much, this would be my TP, but for some stratters, that would be a trigger for a weekly. So
Okay, that's a
for
much longer term
mm,
concert, I'm guessing, right? Too.
yeah, at least 4 weeks.
Okay.
and
Theta
and you
decay beat you up at all? Like, do you do credit spreads or anything, or is it just straight puts and?
no, I'll spread sometimes, but rarely credit. I'll usually do debit spreads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, theta doesn't really do much to me, especially when you're a couple weeks out. Like right now with a theta on the 58ths, our theta is $2 loss. Like that'll cover itself in like 2 cents, 5 cents of a move.
Yeah.
If I were worried, then I could go like I could sell the 55 puts, but those still have a 3 theta point 0.03 theta, and the delta on these are pretty low right now. So I think the delta ramp up on the calls is a better run for me.
Look at Nvidia, unreal. 770.
Company is ridiculous.
It's gonna need to
Price.
split.
I mean, the price is moving so fast right now. It's crazy.
It's gonna need to split. All right, 10 o'clock here.
Nvidia's pushing this up.
Yeah, but the market's not following. That's what's interesting to me. And you can't play a meta or a Nvidia call. That thing's gonna be uber expensive. I'd be looking at AMD right now.
Volatility is expensive as hell.
Yeah, you're paying for the IV. But I think we're stalling out here to go down.
That's a call for 775. No, sorry. Yeah, 775 is 1,000, 1,200. That's not 1,200.
It's 12.00.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I remember when Tesla was that expensive too, and it was like I'd have to get like calls that were 20 points out of the money, but you know that it's either going to get IV crushed or hit.
I mean, the 860, let's say 840 call is $100.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to take a long here, 36. 2-1-2 up here on the 5 was the main reason for that trade. I'm waiting for a 1 minute close under 26, but size pretty light right now. I'll add above, I think. All right, now hard stop. All right, stopped out there. My thesis might be correct.
The first trade too.
Yeah, I didn't have that after 9:45. Oh my, I got a flip right now. In short, 9:25. Adding a 1R at 05. TP hit there. All right, outside bar there on the 5 now. 40 seconds until the next 5-minute candle. Looking for a 3-2 down, I think. I think I'm going to close the rest of the trims. Looking for another 1R. I took the other one off early, but would have missed my fill by 1 point or so. Inside bar there, new 5-minute candle. Looking for a 2 down here. See an outside maybe. All right, closing out the partials. Three one. Inside on the 15 still. Delta still positive. That was some delta divergence to the upside there. So I'm glad I took 10 points there. Could have easily been a stop. Looking long again for a breakout here of the lower high. Taking at 30 long, 10 points. Filled there, 10 points. If my computer would stop lagging here, I could get this alert out. Might have to start learning on my phone.
See continuation above that trend line in the Nasdaq, or if we're going to see that excess on the high be that blow off top you were talking about, Anne Marie.
Yeah, to me, it looks like the buyers have control right now.
All right, closing here, break even.
Yeah, shorting would be.
Couldn't even get the alert out. Let me see what is lagging me.
Maybe
Task
we see
manager.
a double topping event, but again, remember, not everybody, a lot of people are looking at this market in sheer disbelief because they know what's happening underneath.
I'm one of them. Yep.
Yeah, you look at it, sheer disbelief. So you go, you know what? I'm gonna short it when it gets back up there to 970 or 969. I mean, surely. And there are a lot of folks doing that. So if there are a lot of folks doing that, as soon as it breaks up over the top, all the shorts start covering. And then that gives us another squeeze higher. And so, does the NAS like the round numbers like the ES does? I think so.
All right, now
But for
we're chilling.
I mean, literally, if we were looking at a 30-minute chart, we would go, wait a second.
Here's 3-2.
Prior high. There's a break.
Taking one long, 45.75.
Now, we're trying it again. So the first 30-minute bar closed right at the top of that opening range. And so literally it's all long after 921, 922.
Hey,
and
Ann,
so they're running
what do you have
right
for-
back into that space. Yep.
What do you have for VWAP right now? I want to make sure what do you have for VWAP level right now?
I have 1782.
Same.
82.
No,
And that's
17872. Excuse me.
872.
17872.
That's
yeah.
fair. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So interestingly,
I have mine anchored. I have mine anchored on VWAP, guys. You can anchor yours on VWAP. I think it's working.
Okay.
We are custom. We are doing something with VWAP. We'll announce it here shortly. How cool
Is
is
it
that
anchored
feature?
on the
Remember?
5 o'clock open last night?
sorry.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
where it should be anchored.
All right, stopped out there.
It's anchored at the right. Yeah, because TradingView has got it at 17,877 right now.
Yeah, and
Might have to get into
TOS has it at
adding into a position here.
860.
Looks like the topping
And let me open
up there at the ES.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit around the. Yeah, it seems to maybe everybody's got like a 4 or 5 point little hedge
A little bit of a difference.
around that area. Yeah. Which,
Electronic
that's why
trading
you
is perfect.
never exactly. And you don't ever want to lean into that exact space. Remember, there are tens of thousands of us making decisions as well as computers and algos making those decisions. So it gets a little squishy, right? There's no exact
Still inside on the 15.
all a little
I'm going to try long here, 41.
squishy.
Just a feeler.
John, while we'll get a second here. John, can you give us a Delta update real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at that 8,500 positive in the S&P is and 3,600 positive in the Nasdaq. Congruent.
Congruent with direction. Yep.
All right, taking off partials.
Been exhausted. Finally. They've given up the good fight, man. Oh my goodness.
Is my Discord even working?
Companies have been doing for 40 years. Get everybody short.
All right, let me refresh.
Short run.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Yep. I was going to go back to John's statement to you when you asked about the delta. Could you say again? I know I sound like a numbskull because I'm always asking this question.
No.
When you tell me again, when price runs and delta is following price, how should it look?
Well,
Should it be increasing?
that means there's no what's the word, diversion.
Divergence.
So when the delta and price are moving together, it means that it's either shorter time frame traders pushing price at that level, or more than one time frame trader pushing price at that level. But we know that the longer time frame traders, the funds and retirement funds and banks and all that, they don't like to use market orders. They just want to use the speculators to help them accumulate or liquidate their positions. So when we have all time frames working in concert in Delta, do not fight that. Don't fight it. And are we seeing that now? Maybe to a degree, but it's the divergence. Let's say price was moving higher and higher over time, and Delta was increasing in negativity. That's when we can say, all right, there's probably a presence in the market that is using ICE orders or just placing bids, letting the short time frame market order hitters hit them until they won't anymore, and then they move those bids up. So right now we're not seeing any divergence like that. So there's really not much we can do with Delta in that regard. Now that can change throughout the day, of course. And even if you do sense that there's a longer time frame in the market, Elvis might leave the building at noon and they may be done. And then your divergence kind of loses some of its power. But Andre, for the last 2 days, we saw Delta divergence. Well, it wasn't even Delta divergence. It was pretty deep negative Delta that at the end of the day, the market popped at the end of the day. And it did it yesterday and it did it the day before. So if those, kind of indicating short time frame sellers, retail sellers, shorter time frame P shooters like me are trying to push the market down. They're selling, but they're not getting what they want. And at the end of the day, pop, they all go the other way. They got to flatten up by the end of the day. Everybody wanted to flatten up if you're a short time frame trader yesterday before NVIDIA came out. And that's why we got that pop at the end of the day. Now, it happened really early yesterday. I was looking for it to happen later. Usually it's like a 2:30 and after event. Excuse me, but they did do it a little bit early yesterday.
Yes, it did. That trade, that strategy, that play it's 2 for 2 this week. It's a power hour play. So make sure you stay tuned for power hour. But yes, we caught the shorts snoozing a little bit, and we squeezed them and caught a run to the upside. I got a question before we have our 9:15 news come out. John, when you guys were in the pits, how much of it was looking to see
My Discord will not load.
net long or net short and looking to kind of beat them to the punch? How much of what was your trade strategy incorporated around something like that? Essentially, just trying to squeeze the shorts. It was huge, right?
Huge. Yeah, everybody wanted to know if the pit was long or short, even off the floor traders. As a filling broker, one of the most common questions was, "Hey, is the pit long or short? Is the pit long or short?" They want to know what the local position is, and sometimes there's nothing. Go ahead.
That's why we brought the tilt in here, because we know that. So when people are like roll their eyes because we talk about the tilt, it's what we always did in the pits, and like nobody does that. People are like, and nobody. Here's what you didn't do in the pit. You didn't hear. I never heard it. People are like, hey, there's a double top here or there's a trend line here. I didn't hear technical analysis in the pit. Ever did I say, oh, it's coming up to levels. Now people would share levels.
Yeah.
And things like that, and then give it a star rating. JS services, remember those JS services?
Yeah, they sold levels, right?
They sold levels, and they were farmer level. Yeah, and I was just like, everybody would have them in their thing. Nobody talked technical. They talked levels, price action, what's here, what has the market been respecting level wise, and then what is everybody leaning towards? Pit's been long all day.
Yep.
Now the pit's been short. Pit's called these guys over there are caught short, and just like it's to me it's really good information because it's
All right, well, I'm going to have to be on my phone for now. My Discord will not load here. I am looking long, though, and I'll keep trying to load up Discord. It's like click in and trying to load in the background, but will not load.
We have Coach Vince, who was at an order desk off the floor, and when he would call in his orders, he'd say, what is the pit long or short? And everybody always wanted to know that.
Tommy, how do I know people roll their eyes? I don't know. I'm making a bet that one person did it.
There's one person out there. I
Somebody talking?
You'd be surprised what Michael can see. So watch
Yeah.
out.
Oh, what's that? Wait,
He has
what'd you say?
eyes everywhere.
Same
Well,
time to
as
place
we
puts on
continue to
Discord.
make
Yeah, yeah.
new all-time highs in the S&Ps, and looks like
Weird, man.
S&Ps for sure.
I have never had an issue loading up Discord.
For a news break. What's up, JD?
There's an
What's up,
update, maybe
guys?
that's the problem.
JD here, filling in as the voice of Jack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Ooh.
Is this still in your system, Trey?
All right, let's link things
It
up a bit.
is.
Nice.
Good one, Eddie.
Now it looks real weird.
All right, everyone. Well, starting off,
Close it on your
if
system,
you
Trey.
are
Or
short on
control
social
delete it.
engagements, if your name is Ryan, and if you're into rodeo and you want to meet other people named Ryan who are also into rodeo, get your ass down to Texas this weekend. According to
Still running in the
UPI,
background, that's why it's not
an
open.
organization that caters strictly to people named Ryan aims to break the Guinness World Record for the largest same-name gathering.
Oh, it's one of the
Brian's-
dumbest things I've ever.
Brian's need not apply. The name of the venue really slayed me too.
Michael, what do we think about that, dude? What's going on?
I mean, we have Ryan's here, Ryan Seaman. Can't say your last. I'm not gonna say it. But you the man. You've been with us. We have lots of Ryan. If there was all a bunch of mics going down there, I'd be like, that's even dumber.
You should go.
I don't know.
Just
Let's
chop
all
her
start our
up.
own
Wait,
business.
yeah, and then who goes? Hey, honey, I'm.
Yeah, I'm actually looking short after that big 1 minute candle.
What's that? What new rapper is that?
Wondering if we go 2-2 reversal into a 2-1-2 down on the 15.
I love it.
We're at a rodeo. What?
Kind of just getting chopped up here though, so I might need to just wait for a bit.
Well, you know what they say. It's Austin. They just stay weird.
Keep it weird. Keep Austin weird.
Keep it
There
weird.
you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fits with their brand. I do like Austin.
The actual meetup record was set in 2017 in Bosnia when 2,325 people named Ivan all got together. Just in case you're interested.
Michael.
Oh man.
I got Michael.
All right, moving on to a little more
Who's the
serious news.
Who's the event? I want to go like dig deep. Who's the event planner? Who's like?
Better be
Oh,
Ryan.
let's start working on it. I mean, it was like they started this project a year ago. Like you don't start this like last week. You start this like, all right, here we go. We're gonna have it at Austin's rodeo. We got this reserve, and might be who's the Mike on the team? Is there hold on? Who's the Ryan on the team? There's got to be Ryan's on the team, right?
Yeah.
Doing the event planning. I don't know. It's just kind of funny how stuff like that. People spend the time and energy. I mean, I don't know. It's different.
2-1-2 down now.
Gotta be right. All right, let's move on to something a little more serious. This could be affecting you today. Many tens of thousands of AT&T customers are reporting service outages this morning. The
Heard that.
outages affecting emergency service lines, fire alarms, and retail point-of-sale systems across the country. Apparently, Verizon and T-Mobile customers appear to not be affected by these outages. AT&T is aware of the issue, so if you're still having problems, just hang in there. They are working on it. And we've got one more piece of. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
our buddy just messaged us in this chat.
Oh, you saw that.
Yeah, because he can't get a hold of us. He's flying in to go skiing with us. Yeah, because he said his AT&T service is down.
Yeah.
Nationwide. Big deal. All right, on another lighter note, if your bucket list includes a trip to Japan for the famed Naked Man Festival, you're out of luck.
No.
This is truly the end of an era, folks. After more than 1,000 years, the Somensai Festival, commonly known as the Naked Man Festival, where a group of men in Oshu, I believe, wrestle each other for ownership of a bag of talismans, blessed by the temple's chief, is coming to an end. The decision to end the festival. The decision to end the festival is credited to and a shortage of successors in the area. They're
You
running
don't
out of
say.
people over there.
Yeah. Young people don't want to do that shit anymore? No way. Come on.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Maybe that event planning company goes, man, we just lost our Naked Man Festival. Who do we?
Ryans?
Let's get all the Ryans over to Japan.
Now we need a naked Ryan rodeo.
Yeah, Naked Ryan Rodeo. Get a lot of chaps going there.
Uh,
6 minutes left on this 15-minute candle.
The Ryan Rodeo. Tell us how it is.
Oh, that would be cool. If somebody's down there and they went there and they did like a selfie walk around and explain what the experience is, we would post that. I'm we'd have to review it first, but yeah.
Man, huge wicks right now.
Albertsky, every piece of clothing I own is black. It's very slimming.
Very interesting.
Just about everything.
Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs nailed
That's
it.
exactly right.
Yes, he did.
Jughead. Who remembers Jughead?
Okay.
Jughead from Archie.
Archie's.
Yeah.
Archie,
He
that's right.
always wore the same clothes, Jughead.
Eddie, you collected those didn't you, Archie's? I used to read them.
Not really. Wasn't a big fan of Archie, Veronica, and Jughead, and yeah, it was more or less Marvel or DC
I see.
That's what you
comic.
Wait, Eddie, you're a Marvel and DC collector?
Yes, yes, ma'am.